us in hot water as Criminal Code A resident George Roosevelt Willie orders his appearance in court for allegedly disrupting legal proceedings at the Painesville Magisterial Court. As part of a 5-year strategic plan, Chief Justice Siena Yo discloses ongoing efforts to digitize the Liberian judiciary to curb the potential of corruption and hence speedy trial. And of the home front, dozens of people have died in a crash following clashes at a football match in Guinea's second largest city, Nzerikori, local media reports. The details of these developments, including the bulletin of news, voices of the newsmakers, sports, are all part of this presentation. We're taking a short break to be back. Well, thanks for rejoining us. This news broadcast is powered by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. Let's now join Nakitas Roberts for the bulletin of news.
World Health Organization representative to Liberia, Dr. Peter Clement, is calling for collaborative efforts in the fight to end stigma and discrimination among marginalized population. Dr. Clement said protecting human rights is a key component of achieving universal HIV care and breaking down life-threatening barriers to access. Speaking Monday in commemoration of World AIDS Day 2024, Dr. Clement paid special homage to the HIV program for updating the country on the status of HIV. He appreciated Liberia for the progress made so far in creating awareness on HIV treatment and prevention as he challenged Liberians to get tested. Making remarks on behalf of the Health Ministry, Deputy Minister for Preventive Services, Dr. Kolu Howard, pointed out confidentiality as key to ending AIDS in Liberia. Dr. Howard thanked donor partners for their support to HIV response in the country. Giving clinical updates on the national HIV response, the program manager of the National AIDS Control Program, Jonathan Flomer, disclosed that 27,722 people are currently on HIV treatment in Liberia. Representative Samuel Ennis has been summoned by the Criminal Court A resident George Roosevelt Willie for allegedly disrupting court proceedings at the Painesville Magisterial Court. The Moserado County District 6 representative is scheduled for a legal conference on Wednesday, December 4th at the Temple of Justice. Representative Ennett summon, according to RCI judicial correspondent, is based on a complaint filed to the authority of the judiciary by Stipendiary Magistrate William Senji of the Painesville City Magisterial Court. Magistrate Seji, in his complaint, accused the District 6 lawmaker of taking 20 of his personal security officers on the premises of the court and disrupted the court's proceedings for about an hour. Magistrate Seji's accounts claim that the intent of the lawmaker was to drag and flog the lawyer who represented a defendant in a case in which he was the private prosecutor. Our judicial correspondent said Willie's request wants Representative Ennis to be present and on time, along with his legal representation in connection to the matter. Representative Ennis risks arrest if he fails to appear on Wednesday for the conference consistent with law. Chief Justice Sianen Yol has re-emphasized ongoing efforts to digitize the Liberian judiciary. Justice Yol said the digitalization is part of a 5-year strategic plan to modernize the judiciary. She explained that this will allow the judiciary to move from manual or paper-based processes to digitized and automatic processes, something the Chief Justice said will enhance the quality of judicial services delivered. Chief Justice Yole also revealed that digitizing the judiciary will minimize or eliminate person-to-person interaction thereby curbing the potential of corruption. At the same time, the Chief Justice has disclosed that the technical team has developed a complete proposal of technical and other designs for the construction of a new Supreme Court building. She said this is a part of a 5-year strategic plan on the pillar quality and expanded infrastructure for improved access to justice. The Chief Justice said this will include the construction of 7 judicial circuit complexes and 20 magisterial courts across the country. She spoke over the weekend in Gantanimba County during the opening of the Liberian National Bar Association's 2024 convention. Maserado District 6 Representative Samuel Enes has accused Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn and Deputy Speaker Thomas Fowler of masterminding the removal of Speaker Funanti Koffer. According to Representative Enes, VP Kuhn and Deputy Speaker Fowler's alleged action is aimed at preventing the transparency Speaker Koffer is pushing at the legislature. Speaking at the induction of the Tingas Village Block D leader over the weekend in Painesville, Representative Enes disclosed that as means of buttressing President Bouakar's efforts to audit all branches of government, Speaker Koffer initiated an audit in the lower house, something he said VP Kuhn and Deputy Speaker Fowler sees as exposing them due to their alleged involvement in acts of corruption. The Executive Director of the Office of the War and Economic Crimes Court, Councillor Jala Babu, has vowed not to subject himself to what he calls undue influence. Councillor Babu said the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court is a Liberian process and will be driven by Liberians. He noted that donor partners have shown strong will in supporting the process. Councillor Babu has meanwhile disclosed that members of the team are expected to visit Sierra Leone War and Economic Crimes courts to get first-hand information from victims. Beer Mountain Mining Corporation has donated a consignment of assorted materials to the Daniel F. Torbo Memorial High School in Grand Cape Mount County. The donation is aimed at enhancing the learning capacity of the students and instructors. Making the donation, Beer Mountain Human Resource Manager Thomas Dablo said those items presented were the company's way of identifying with the school and living by the agreement signed between Liberia and the company. It can be recalled that last year the school was constructed by the company specifically to cater to the growing needs of students who live in the nearby area. Also speaking was Madam Aminata Kamara, a senior manager for community and outreach activity, who named the donated items as computers, water dispensers, agricultural and other stationary materials to improve the human capacity of the youth. For his part, Daniel Draper, acting principal of the school who received the items on behalf of the institution, said the donation came at the right time, although it was earlier expected at the start of the academic year. Draper said they have been looking for those materials, which he said will be used to impact the life of the children of Grand Cape Mount County in particular and Liberia in general. The Liberian Institute for Certified Public Accounting, LICPA, and the Heritage Christian University College of Ghana have entered into a strategic partnership to enhance their collaboration through a memorandum of understanding. The agreement signed on Monday, December 2nd, 2024, at LICPA headquarters in Town aimed to bolster academic and professional development for LICPA staff. Speaking at the signing ceremony, Dr. Samuel Twamazi, a current president of the Heritage Christian University College, highlighted the significance of the partnership, which includes a 50% scholarship for LICPA staff pursuing further studies in accounting at the University of Ghana. Dr. Tramanzi emphasized that the collaboration extends beyond accounting education. The MOU also provides opportunity for professional growth through staff development programs, professional workshops, membership benefits, and cross institutional exchange, among other benefits. Making a brief remark at the signing ceremony, Papin Daniels, the president of the Liberian Institute of Certified Public Accountant, outlined the importance of the MOU and urged staff members of the LICPA to take advantage of the opportunity. The LICPA boss expressed optimism about the collaboration, adding that it aligns with LICPA's mission to elevate the standards of accounting and professional practices in Liberia. A prominent Liberian businessman and chair on trade and commerce at the Liberian Business Association, Dominic Nimne, is calling for a dialogue with President Joseph Boakai to discuss issues affecting the private sector in Liberia, especially the business community. Among several issues raised by Nimne that are affecting Liberian businesses, he outlined the ineffectiveness of the liberalization policy, the high custom tariff at the free port of Monrovia, the fluctuating foreign exchange rates and the impact on prices, lack of 100% retailer rights to Liberians. He said if the president means well for Liberian businesses, he must have a meeting with actors in the sector to address some of these challenges. Dominic Nimne, however, stated that with the cries from the business community over the years, if the president fails to host such meeting with the private sector, especially the business people, they will be forced to stage a peaceful protest, even though it will not be healthy for the business climate of the country. Nimne, speaking Monday during a press conference, further emphasized the need for the government of Liberia to do business with Liberian-owned companies and businesses instead of promoting foreign enterprises at the detriment of local enterprises. The Movement for Economic Empowerment has officially launched the Ambassador D. Maswasa Kemenya Women Vocational Training and Empowerment Program to provide marketable skills for women in the country. Speaking Monday during the official launch, the wife of the political leader, Reverend Dalokia Kemeyan, said the program was launched to allow women in and outside of the party to be trained in various vocational skills to support themselves and their family. Reverend Kemeyan added that the training of the women in various vocational skills will eventually help produce the high rates that reduce the high rates of poverty in Liberia. According to her, the vocational training program will be expanded to other parts of the country to ensure more women benefit. At the end of the program, Madam Kemeya unveiled several sewing machines, baking, and soap making utensils. Former Grand Judy County Superintendent Christopher Bali has underscored volunteerism as the hallmark for community service. According to Bali, through leadership is characterized by a willingness to serve without expecting monetary rewards. Speaking during the induction and that's as chairman of the Tinga Village Block D community over the weekend, Bali outlined his vision for the community, emphasizing unity, volunteerism, and collective action as cornerstones of effective leadership. Chairman Bali, meanwhile, called for collaborative participation, reminding residents that their involvement is critical to realizing the country's vision. For his part, the induction officer, Maserati County District, says Representative Samuel Enners acknowledged the new corps of leaders to exercise restraint in carrying out their duties. According to him, community service comes with a lot of tension and disappointments, something he encouraged the leaders to be willing to accept. And away from Liberia, dozens of people have died in a purge following clashes at a football match in Guinea's second largest city in East Korea. Local media reports Prime Minister Mamadou Bar said a stampede at the event led to a number of victims on Sunday and called for calm. One doctor who did not want to be named told AFP news agency that there were several bodies lined up in the local hospital and the morgues with food. Local media said police used tear gas after supporters of the visiting team lobbied threw stones towards the pitch in anger at the referee. So far, no official casualty figures have been given. That's our CN News Bulletin. Is back to you, Maka.
Well, thanks to Nakita Roberts for bringing us the bulletin of news tonight. It is a regular feature here on News Dex. If you're just joining us, one of the top stories we are following tonight, Representative Summer Enders in hot water as criminal court A resident George Roosevelt Willie orders his appearance in court for allegedly disrupting legal proceedings at the Pinsville Magisterial Court. Let's bring you the first development tonight. World Health Organization representative to Liberia, Dr. Peter Clement, is calling for collaborative efforts in the fight to end stigma and discrimination against marginalized population. Dr. Clement said protecting human rights is a key component of achieving universal HIV care and breaking down life-threatening barriers to access. Speaking Monday in commemoration of Where is Day 2024, the WHO representative paid special homage to the HIV program for updating the country on the status of HIV. Well, he is the World Health Organization representative to Liberia, Dr. Peter Clement, there speaking, making remarks on behalf of the Ministry of Health. The Deputy Health Minister for Preventive Services, Dr. Cole Howard, pointed out confidentiality as key to ending HIV/AIDS in Liberia. Dr. Howard thanked donor partners for their support to the HIV response in the country. She is Dr. Kolu Howell, the Deputy Minister for Preventive Services at the Ministry of Health. They're speaking earlier on. You listen to World Health Organization Country Representative Dr. Peter Clements. Meanwhile, the manager or program manager for the National AIDS Control Program, Chiton Flomo, provided the current statistics of people on treatment in Liberia. Chief Justice Senayor has re-emphasized ongoing efforts to digitize the Liberian judiciary. Justice Yo said the digitization is part of the 5 year strategic plan to modernize the judiciary. She explained that this will allow the judiciary to move from manual or paper based processes to digitized and automated processes, something the Chief Justice said will enhance the quality of judicial service delivery. At the same time, the Chief Justice has disclosed that the technical department at the Temple of Justice Or the judiciary has developed a complete proposal of technical and other designs for the construction of a new Supreme Court building. She said this is part of the 5 year strategic plan under the pillar Quality and Expanded Infrastructure for Improved Access to Justice. The Chief Justice said this will include the construction of 7 judicial circuit complexes and 20 magisterial courts across the country. She's Chief Justice Sienna Yo there speaking over the weekend in Ganta, Nima County during the opening of the Liberian National Bar Association's 2024 convention. During the convention that included an election of the bar, Councillor Bono Vama was elected as the new president of the Liberian National Bar Association, Councillor Joa Lawson as the vice president, and Councillor Elijah Fakir as the new secretary general of the Liberian National Bar Association. The executive director of the Office of War and Economic Crimes Court, Councillor Jala Babu, has vowed be not to subject himself to what he calls undue influence. Councillor Babu said the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Code is a Liberian process and will be driven by Liberians. He noted that donor partners have shown strong will in supporting the process. Councillor Babu has meanwhile disclosed that members of the team from the office are expected to visit Sierra Leone, War and Economic Crimes Code, to get first-hand information from victims. He is the executive director of the Office of War and Economic Crimes Court in Liberia, Councillor Jala Babu, there speaking at a news conference in Monrovia today. Actors in the private sector, especially the business community in Liberia, are requesting for a meeting with President Joseph Boakai to resolve some of the issues affecting Liberian-owned businesses. The latest call was made by a prominent Liberian businessman and chair on trade and commerce at the Liberian Business Association, Dominic Nimlin. Our reporter Nakita Rabas attended the press conference he held in Monrovia on Monday, compiled this report. Well, thanks to Nakita Roberts for that report. With minutes past the half-hour mark. Presentation. In more news tonight, the Liberian Institute of Certified Public Accountants, LICPA, and the Heritage Christian University College of Ghana have entered into a strategic partnership to enhance their collaboration through a that's Memorandum of Understanding. The agreement signed on Monday, December 2, 2024, at LICPA headquarters in Congotown aims to bolster academic and professional development for LICPA staff. Speaking at the signing ceremony, Dr. Samuel Tomasi Ankra, president of the Heritage Christian University College, highlighted the significance of the partnership, which includes a 50% scholarship for LICPA staff pursuing further studies in accounting at the university in Ghana. Well, sorry for that mix. Except making brief remark at the signing ceremony, Papin Daniels, the president of the Liberian Institute of Certified Public Accountants, outlined the importance of the MOU and urged staff members of the LICPA to take advantage of the opportunity. The LICPA president expressed optimism about the collaboration, adding that it aligns with LICPA's mission to elevate the standards of accounting and professional practices in Liberia. He is the president of the Liberian Institute of Certified Public Accountants, Papin Daniels. There speaking earlier on was Dr. Samuel Umansi Ankra, the president of the Heritage Christian University College in Ghana. He spoke during the signing of a memorandum of understanding to collaborate. In more news tonight, Montserrado County District 6 Representative Summer Enders had accused Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn and Deputy House Speaker Thomas Fowler of masterminding the removal of Speaker Fonati Kopa. According to Representative Enders, VP Kuhn and Deputy Speaker Fowler's alleged action is aimed at preventing the transparency Speaker Kopa is pushing at the legislature. Here's Montserrado County District 6 Representative Summer Enders there speaking. Former Grand Jeda County Superintendent Christopher Bailey has underscored volunteerism as the hallmark of community service. According to Bailey, true leadership is characterized by a willingness to serve without expecting monetary rewards. He spoke during his induction as chairman of Tinga Village Block D community. He is former Grand Jeda County superintendent and now chairman of the Block D community in Tingas Village, Pinsville, Christopher Bailey. They're speaking finally. The Movement for Economic Empowerment has officially launched the Ambassador D. Maswell Kimia Women Vocational Training and Empowerment Program to provide marketable skills for women in the country. The wife of the former Foreign Minister, Reverend Dalakai Kemia, has been explaining more about the initiative. She is the wife of the political leader of the Movement for Economic Empowerment, Masa Kimia, and she's Reverend Dalokai Kimia. They're speaking when they launched the Masa Kimia Women Vocational Training and Empowerment Program in Pinsville on Monday. Well, folks, this is how we love to draw the curtains on tonight's presentation of news decks. But before we go, these are the top stories we followed. At World AIDS Day commemoration, World Health Organization representative to Liberia, Dr. Peter Clement, calls for collaborative efforts to end stigma and discrimination against marginalized population. Representative Summer Enders in hot water as Criminal Code A resident George Roosevelt Willie orders his appearance in court for allegedly disrupting legal proceedings at the Pinsville Magisterial Court. As part of a 5-year strategic plan, Chief Justice Siena Yor discloses ongoing efforts to digitize the Liberian judiciary to curb the potentials of corruption and hence speedy trial. And of the home front, dozens of people have died in a crush following clashes at a football match in Guinea's second largest city, Nzerikori, local media report. Many thanks to all of you for your listening. Roll thanks to our reporters, correspondents, and all those who helped to make this edition of News Desk a success. Akita Roberts read the bulletin of news tonight. Edwin Batafoyan, Brother Sports, Cooper Sangha coordinated the sounds. Thanks to our sponsors Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. My name is Maka Davis. Good night.
Ria TV, True FM.
In Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll keep you updated.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News Summary of 12. My name is Hansen Deck. Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life that what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life that what I live, you know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Roads, connecting roads, this stuff.
We are calling international community to come to intervene for us.